What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a Week 14, 2017 Thursday Night Football recap. Yo, the Saints and the Falcons. I'm going to tell you some of the points that I got from the game, but we're going to first start off with the fact that Matt Ryan is not an elite QB. Now, you're probably going to say, what are you talking about, bro? I can't, stop. Atlanta Falcons fans, like, they don't really get their sentences out because I make them so angry. But I'm just going to explain to you why I don't think he's an elite QB. Yesterday, right? There was several times where even the announcers was like, what? Like, look, this dude Lattimore, a rookie, he's on Julio Jones. Now, I understand that there was a lot of holding and stuff like that, Lattimore did get away with. Like, even that pick that he threw right there, I don't know if it was supposed to be a stop and go, a curl route, what it was supposed to be, but Lattimore was just chilling there. And Matt Ryan threw it right to him. Obviously, Julio Jones should play linebacker because he blasted him out of the air, but that has nothing to do with it. He threw another very, very bad pass into the end zone where he just jumped up in the air like a rookie that's in Pop Warner, just threw it in the end zone in the far left trying to get it to Julio. And then, the other one was like a tip when he's trying to throw it to his tight end or whatever like that. But it's his decision-making and his face when he's on the sideline. He looks like, a frightened raccoon. Like, I don't know what he's doing, exactly what's happened. I don't know if he still has the jitters, from last year's Super Bowl. But it's something about him. Like, I'm going to tell you this right now. When people ask me, do I think the Falcons have a chance to win the Super Bowl with Matt Ryan, I tell them that time has passed. And it's very, very easy to understand what I'm talking about. Whether it was the offensive coordinator's fault, Dan Quinn's fault for, not running the ball in that Super Bowl when you're up 28-3, whatever it was, the defense did their job and they set it up. Matt Ryan did his job to start, but the running game played a big part. Everything was fine. That magical season is over, bro. Like Matt Ryan, last year with the whole powerful offense and the team looking really, really good, that's over. You know what I'm saying? You got Julio Jones, you got Sanu, you got, running backs that are pretty good, Devontae Freeman, stuff like that. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to deal with what Matt Ryan is going to do. And if they decide to make him throw the ball like the veteran that he is, and he does the things that he's doing like this, what are we supposed to do? It doesn't make any sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of those throws, I don't even think rookies make those throws that Matt Ryan was making. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just letting you guys understand, all you Falcon fans, at some point you're going to have to let go of that magical season and realize that this is reality, that the Falcons will probably never make it back to the Super Bowl in our lifetime. Unless they, I don't know. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that because the competition is getting stiff. In the NFC, I don't know what's going to happen. Let's see what goes on with the Eagles, but teams are getting stronger there. So, I don't see how it's going to work. But I will tell you something. Deion Jones, with the interception that he got to end the game, look, man, that dude is he's an undersized middle linebacker, very, very fast, as you guys could see when he chased down Ted Ginn to the sideline on that one flat route. And overall, the defense was playing well. Don Terry Poe and them boys was out there handling business. But, if Matt Ryan keeps playing like this, bro, it's going to be some major problems with those Falcons, all right? So I'm going to jump to the other side of the ball with the Saints. I don't know what was going on, but it looks like the whole team got injured. I brought up Marshawn Lattimore before because he did an impressive job against Julio Jones. And whenever you could just, Julio Jones will get his yards. Like, he was doing whatever he wanted. I think he had a decent amount of yards, whatever like that. But that was one-on-one. You're going to take that. If Julio Jones is, 100 yards, that's like Julio Jones will do whatever he wants to any cornerback in the league. So if you got a rookie over there and he's trying to hold down the fort a little bit, he gets an interception, the defense does their job, you'll live with that. Alvin Kamara having a concussion didn't help them. And they still were supposed to win this game, but Drew Brees threw a pick to Deion Jones, and, it is what it is. But most of their team was in injury protocol, the Saints. And they still fought all the way till the end, up until that interception where it's just like, it's sealed. It's a wrap. And it's all on the Atlanta Falcons defense, the reason that they came out with it. And they had to win this to keep their playoff push going. But it's sometimes you can't overcome injuries. And it's as simple as that. Like, you can't have your whole team injured and say, you know what, we about to go out here and win this game. Like, that's pretty much what was going on with the Saints yesterday. Like, if we're being completely honest about it, that's what was going on with it. It was a situation where it's like the entire team is hurt, and you got to find a way to make plays. And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't really fight the whole scenario that the Saints defense went out there and played completely. They gave everything. Big hits, interceptions, everything. And, credit to the Falcons defense. They was able to maintain and not make Drew Brees go crazy and then obviously seal it. One of the things that really concerned me, though, Marshawn Lattimore continuously getting oxygen. At this point in the season, he should be in better shape. Now, if you were at Mile High, Denver Broncos status and like the elevation, whatever like that, you're a Mercedes-Benz Dome, dude. Like, I don't know exactly what was going on, but that's not good. That's not something that I want to see. I'm pretty sure that the Saints is going to have to address his conditioning issues and moving forward, because I do like what I'm seeing from him. As far as like the outlook for the Saints, because remember, a lot of people didn't even view the Saints playing this well, into the season right now. A lot of people didn't even view it like this happening. So for it to be happening the way that it's going on right now, that's pretty good. And to know that you could have won the game and still been better, it has to kind of, you're like, what's going on right now? What were the issues? Let's go ahead and point them out. Most times when Marshawn Lattimore was out of the game, they had some whatever guy on Julio Jones. And I'm not saying that he was locking up Julio Jones. I'm just saying he was getting away with a lot of, push and pull, tugging type action and, making plays, including the interception that obviously Matt Ryan looked right at him with his vision and threw the ball right there. So those things, O-lineman being hurt, tight end, like it was just too much. It was too much. And watching the game throughout, it really made me realize that, like I said prior to this, the Falcons offense is just not that Falcons offense from last year. So when people ask me moving forward, what do you think about the Falcons? Right now, they're in good position. They can make their playoff push, stuff like that. But when you start analyzing the teams that are better, what are they going to do? What are the Falcons going to do? If Matt Ryan is going to continue to play like this, what's going to happen? Because other teams are going to score. Remember, Drew Brees, like the Saints were completely depleted at mostly every position yesterday. With just the whole tent, like how they had that new tent, bro. They could have just started up a house. Everybody was hurt with the injury tent, bro. Doctors in and out, concussion, this, that. You take away one of the most electrifying running backs in Alvin Kamara. Imagine if it's 2017. That was the score, right? That's how they won. Imagine Kamara plays that entire game because he got concussion protocol first quarter. Imagine that. Even if you're a Falcons fan, you guys know that Alvin Kamara is no slouch. So, yeah, Ingram was, Pro Bowler, all that stuff like that. Ingram is not Kamara, bro. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, he's used to sharing carries. So, we don't know where his endurance is. We don't know what's going on with a lot of the stuff that's happening. But I will tell you this. They need to either hire LeBron James as trainer so they could play these minutes or something has to give. Because the guys just look they look very, very out of shape. And that's very, very concerning to me in week 14. If I'm a Saints fan, I'm like, what in this guy, like, look, I may have gotten oxygen maybe once or twice in my entire career of playing sports. And what happens is your breathing and everything gets very, very heavy. You feel like your lungs need more. So that's usually why it's there. Like you have to get, your whole lung capacity going back up. And usually when that happened with me, it's either I didn't run and train properly the week before, because once you get into that shape, going into any season, whatever sport, depending on how you train, there's always a lot of running involved. And I did a lot of running, miles and miles of running, get into shape. And then once you start actually playing your sport, whatever sport it is, you get into that sport shape. Now, NFL sport shape is on a higher tier. It's a different level. And week 14, you should be, like, I don't think there's many other middle line. Like, I don't think I see Bobby Wagner doing that. When Sean Lee plays, I don't see that. Kuechly, I don't see that. I'm just going middle. Okay, those are middle linebackers that are always on the field. So I'm just giving examples of tip-top shape. Now, when you go to cornerback, there's a lot of other cornerbacks. Like, I don't think Josh Norman takes off. When Richard Sherman was out there, I think Richard Sherman was always out there. You could see that he was visibly tired. Who else? Who else was always out there? Safeties. Like, you got to be in a certain type of shape. And I understand that you're going up against Julio Jones, but there's a lot of corners that go up against Julio Jones. As they dudes play every snap, and it doesn't matter what's going on unless they're hurt, unless they got to be, they're nicked up or something like that. That's what's concerning me about the Saints. It looks like a lot of the players are just Eddie Lacying it. You know what I'm saying? Just not really focused on their endurance and making sure they're in tip-top shape for the league. That's what I think. You know what I'm saying? And whatever has to be done for the Saints, I think the Saints is the best team in the NFC South. That's just my opinion. That's based on what I've seen defensively and offensively, how fast they move. I think if they get most of their guys back and they get into the playoffs and everything works out for the last couple weeks, I like the Saints' chances. Thank you guys for listening to this recap. Make sure you leave a like, share, subscribe. We're on iTunes, Android, and iHeartRadio. GmiasWorld. One love.